On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Journalism.
The profession or activity of writing or reporting news for publication or broadcast.
Examples:
Journalism ethics. Tabloid journalism. She plans to study journalism in college and become a reporter.
Collaborate.
To work with someone else to produce or achieve something.
Examples:
Collaborate with the police. Collaborate on a press release. She agreed to collaborate with him in creating new artwork.
Journalist.
A person who collects and writes news stories or articles for newspapers, magazines, radio, television, or other online media.
Examples:
A China-based journalist. Journalist on a magazine. Foreign TV crews and journalists can go as they please in various locations during the Olympics.
Accepting.
Willing to receive or to take something offered.
Examples:
Accepting attitude. Accepting of diversity. He was an accepting person who believed in diversity and inclusiveness.
Passive.
Characterized by a lack of activity or initiative, not actively participating or engaging in something, marked by a tendency to accept things without resistance or opposition.
Examples:
Passive response. Passive vocabulary. The passive approach taken by the government towards climate change is concerning.
Consume.
To spend something, especially fuel, energy, or time, in a large amount.
Examples:
Consume a large of alcohol. Consume electricity. A smaller car will consume less fuel.
Empower.
To give someone the power or authority to do something.
Examples:
Empower my life. Empower the secretary to do the same. The company empowered employees to buy low-price items without approval to achieve efficient purchasing.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Ordinary.
Not different, exceptional, or unexpected in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree.
Examples:
An ordinary school. Ordinary annual revenue. The ordinary session of the Diet opened.
Organization.
A group of people who work together for a shared purpose.
Examples:
Organization chart. Agricultural organization. She is the president of a large international organization.
Investigate.
To conduct a systematic or formal inquiry to identify and evaluate the facts of a crime, problem, statement, etc., to establish the truth.
Examples:
Investigate the matter. Investigate a data leak. The committee investigated several apparent inconsistencies.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Controversial.
Causing a lot of hot public discussion and dispute.
Examples:
Controversial book. Controversial policy. The issue of the death penalty is highly controversial.
Mislead.
To cause someone to believe something that is not true.
Examples:
Mislead him into trusting her. Mislead the enemy. Our troops pulled back to mislead the enemy.
Alternative.
One of two or more available possibilities or choice.
Examples:
An alternative plan. There is no other alternative. Doctors are gradually coming around to the idea of using alternative medicines.
Utilize.
To use something for a practical purpose in an effective way.
Examples:
Utilize a different approach. Utilize a catheter. The cook utilized the leftover oxtail to make soup.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
Essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Foreground.
The part of a view, picture, etc., that is nearest to the viewer.
Examples:
Foreground segmentation. Foreground galaxy. A happy group of friends occupies the foreground of the picture.
Vendor.
A person or company that sells goods or services.
Examples:
Street vendor. Food vendor. The vendor at the market sold the freshest produce I have ever tasted.
Protest.
A strong expression of disagreement, disapproval, or opposition.
Examples:
Hold a protest. A silent protest. He left the party in protest at its radical political stance.
Demonstration.
A display or show, often of a particular skill or product, intended to convince or persuade others.
Examples.
Demonstration project. A campus demonstration. Thousands of people attended the protest demonstration against the proposed policy.
Encounter.
To face something, particularly something unpleasant or difficult, while attempting to do something else, to meet, especially unexpectedly.
Examples.
Encounter a crisis. Encounter a storm. I'm prepared to encounter challenges throughout this adventure.
Badge.
A small emblem or token worn as a symbol of belonging or rank, often used by law enforcement or military organizations.
Examples.
Security badge. Badge holder. The police officer flashed his badge to prove his identity.
Numb.
Unable to feel physical sensation and movement, not showing human feeling or sensitivity.
Examples.
Numb with cold. A numb mind. My left arm became numb.
Metropolitan.
Of or relating to a large city or a city that is considered to be the cultural or economic center of a region or country.
Examples.
Major metropolitan area. Metropolitan city. The city is a true metropolitan, with a diverse population and bustling streets.
Belong.
To be the property of someone or something, to be a member or part of a group, to be in the proper or appropriate place.
Examples.
Belong to different species. Belong to a group. All the books in this section belong to the library's rare collection and must be handled carefully.
Elite.
Belonging to the wealthiest, most potent, best educated, or best trained group in a society.
Examples.
Earn elite status. Elite athlete. Very few educational elites go to Oxford or Cambridge.
Territorial.
Related to a specific country's ownership of land or water.
Examples.
Territorial integrity. Territorial aggression. The ship will not enter Chinese territorial seas.
Strike.
To wallop somebody or something with the hand, fist, or weapon, to have an emotional or cognitive impact upon.
Examples.
Strike up a conversation. Strike a blow. We strike to achieve more wages and safer working conditions.
Baton.
A thin stick or rod used as a conductor's wand, a symbol of authority, or a tool for specific sports or activities, a short, straight, light stick that is passed from runner to runner in a relay race.
Examples:
conducting baton, twirl the baton. The police officer used his baton to disperse the crowd.
Initially.
At the beginning, at first.
Examples:
initially anticipated, diagnosed initially as a tumor. This train departed later than initially scheduled.
Statistics:
the discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
statistics for cancer, official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Off the record.
Describing statements, remarks, or conversations not intended to be publicly disclosed or quoted.
Examples:
the CEO's off-the-record comments. Off-the-record statement. The president had an off-the-record meeting with foreign dignitaries to discuss sensitive issues.
Resuscitate.
To make someone or something active or vigorous again.
Examples:
resuscitate economy. Resuscitate the man drown. He experienced cardiac arrest but was resuscitated yesterday.
Medic.
A person trained to provide medical care, especially in an emergency.
Examples:
medic unit, military medic. The army medic arrived on the scene to provide medical assistance.
Imp.
A mischievous or misbehaving child, a small and mischievous demon or sprite in folklore.
Examples:
a little imp. Behave like an imp. The mischievous imp caused trouble wherever it went.
Missile.
A weapon, such as a rocket or guided projectile, that is self-propelled and directed by remote control or by an internal guidance mechanism.
Examples:
missile defense, cruise missile attack. The military launched a ballistic missile at the enemy's stronghold.
Slide.
To move or cause to move smoothly along a surface without interruption.
Examples:
slide a card across the table. Slide a glance. If necessary, you can slide the front seats forward.
Obligation.
The state of being morally or legally bound to do or pay something.
Examples:
a deep obligation. Pay an obligation. You are under no obligation to finish the job.
Prop.
A piece of wood, metal, etc., placed beneath or against something to support it or keep it in position, a system, institution, or person that gives help or support to someone or something.
Examples:
Emotional prop, prop stick. We have finally lost our last prop.
Forensic.
Relating to the use of scientific methods and techniques to investigate and solve crimes or legal disputes, pertaining to or involved in legal or criminal proceedings, using scientific evidence to support a claim or argument in a court of law or other formal settings.
Examples:
Find forensic evidence. Forensic team. Forensic scientists analyzed the DNA evidence to solve the crime.
Analyze.
To think about in depth and evaluate to discover essential features or meaning.
Examples:
Analyze a chemical compound. Analyze your real motives. The teacher attempted to analyze the root cause of our mistake.
Supposedly.
According to what is generally assumed or believed without actually knowing for sure.
Examples:
Supposedly identical. Necklace supposedly made of pure gold. He is supposedly nominated for a Nobel Prize.
Brick.
A rectangular block of baked clay used as a building material.
Examples:
Brick wall. Dressed brick. The wall was made of hard bricks that had been used for centuries.
Edition.
A particular form or version in which a text, especially a printed book, magazine, or newspaper, is published.
Examples:
A paper edition. Edition deluxe. They issued a limited edition of the artist's recordings.
Suspicious.
Making you feel that someone has done something wrong, illegal, or dishonest without any evidence.
Examples:
Report suspicious activity. A person who is suspicious. We carefully examine each suspicious transaction report we receive.
Vanish.
Disappear or stop being present or existing suddenly and completely.
Examples:
Vanish into thin air. Vanish amid the crowd. 2 months later, my tumor vanished utterly.
Witness.
A person who sees something happen, especially a crime or an accident.
Examples:
Witness of the car accident. A material witness. The manufacturing industry is witnessing fierce competition.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Mess.
A state of confusion, dirtiness, or untidiness. Verb, to fail to do something or to make something dirty or untidy.
Examples:
Have a whole mess. Get into a mess. He made a frightful mess in his room.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Facility.
A building or place that provides a particular service or is used for a particular industry.
Examples:
A cell phone with an internet facility. Facility design. This company has an entire recycling facility, including major reprocessing plants.
Arena.
A large, flat area, often circular or oval-shaped, designed to showcase theater, musical performances, or sporting events.
Examples:
Indoor arena. Political arena. The company is planning to build a 20,000-seat arena with a retractable roof.
Motive.
The reason or incentive that drives a person to act in a certain way.
Examples:
Murder motive. An unworthy motive. The detective tried to uncover the motive behind the crime.
Independence.
Freedom from another's or others' control or influence.
Examples:
Financial independence. Independence ceremony. There is nothing more valuable than independence and freedom.
Interrogate.
To examine someone with questions over a lengthy period of time, especially in an aggressive manner.
Examples:
Interrogate an enemy soldier. Interrogated by police. The lawyer spent a considerable time to adequately interrogate the witness.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Aid.
Things sent to help countries in need, notably food or money, support.
Examples:
Financial aid. Country-by-country aid programs. Pakistan's aid budget was still being reviewed.
Collapse.
To fall down or give way suddenly, often after breaking apart.
Examples:
The stock market collapsed. Ready to collapse. The roof finally collapsed after 3 days and 3 nights of heavy snowfall.
Ambulance.
A vehicle specifically designed and equipped to transport sick or injured people to and from hospitals and other medical facilities.
Examples:
Dispatch an ambulance. Ambulance service. The ambulance crew quickly stabilized the patient before transporting them to the hospital.
Concerned.
Feeling worry or interest about something, showing interest or attention.
Examples:
Persons concerned. Concerned citizen. I am concerned about the safety of the children playing in the park.
Accurate.
Correct and exact in all details.
Examples:
Provide accurate information. Accurate measurements. The official transcript contains accurate academic records.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Photograph.
A picture or image that is produced by a camera, a visual representation or record of a person, object, or scene that has been captured electronically or on film.
Examples:
Photograph album. Photograph memories. I found an old photograph of my grandparents from their wedding day.
Distress.
A feeling of great worry, sadness, pain, or discomfort.
Examples:
A signal of distress. Emotional distress. She's been in great distress since she was heartbroken.
Paywall.
A barrier, often in the form of a subscription or membership fee, that limits access to certain online content or services, designed to restrict access to content to those who are willing to pay for it.
Examples:
Newspaper paywall. Content paywall. I can't read the article because it's behind a paywall and requires a subscription.
Quest.
A long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
The quest for truth. On a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Skeptical.
Doubting that something is accurate or useful.
Examples:
A skeptical attitude. Skeptical scientists. His religious and philosophical beliefs were utterly skeptical.
Magnet.
An object or substance that can attract certain materials, such as iron or steel.
Examples:
Magnet attraction. Permanent magnet. The MRI machine uses magnets to produce images of the body's internal organs.
Gravitational.
Relating to or caused by gravity, equals the force that attracts objects towards one another.
Examples:
gravitational energy, gravitational waves. The gravitational force of the black hole was so strong that nothing, not even light, could escape.
Plot.
A secret plan or scheme to achieve a specific goal. The plan or main story of a literary work. Verb, to plan secretly, usually something illegal.
Examples:
plot line, plot a surprise attack. The plot of the novel centers around a group of friends who uncover a conspiracy to control the world's water supply.
Bullet.
A metal projectile that is shot from a gun.
Examples:
bullet wound, bullet train. The stray bullet went through the window and hit the wall.
Graphics.
Images, designs, or drawings used in websites, books, magazines, etc.
Examples:
computer graphics, graphics engine. My dream is to become a great graphics designer like her.
Refuse.
To show that one is not willing to do or accept something.
Examples:
refuse a request, refuse the company. My initial reaction was to refuse.
Investigation.
The act or process of thoroughly examining a crime, problem, statement, etc., to uncover the truth.
Examples:
a preliminary investigation. The scope of an investigation. We have never before conducted a legitimate investigation.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
invest in stocks, invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Digital.
Processing or storing information as a succession of 1 and 0 to show that a signal is present or missing, relating to the use of computer technology, especially the Internet.
Examples:
a digital watch, digital electronic signature. Sensors convert physical phenomena into digital signals.
Narrator.
A person who tells a story, especially in a book or film.
Examples:
first-person narrator, the narrator of the TV program. The narrator makes use of the local dialect.
Basis.
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed, the way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples:
on an equal basis, basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples:
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Yell.
To shout in a sudden and loud way.
Examples:
Yell for help. Yell as loud as we can. When I asked my father for more money, he became furious and yelled at me.
Pose.
To present a risk, problem, or other issues that must be addressed.
Examples:
Pose a significant threat to my company. Pose a challenge. The chemicals pose a massive health risk.
Conduct.
To organize and carry out a particular activity.
Examples:
Conduct a background check. Conduct research. Police will conduct random breath testing for drunk driving.
Riot.
A violent disturbance of the peace by a crowd, characterized by destruction of property, looting, arson, and attacks on individuals.
Examples:
Riot police. Riot control gas. The riots in the city have left many buildings damaged and several people injured.
Handle.
To deal with a situation, problem, or strong emotion.
Examples:
Handle a precious object. Handled the incident. We all should learn how to handle stress.
Lung.
Either of the two organs in the chest that people and some animals use for breathing.
Examples:
Lung capacity. Do lung transplantation. He has terminal lung cancer.
Propel.
To move, drive, or push something forward or in a particular direction, often with a lot of force.
Examples:
Propel growth. Propel the ship. An increase in employment helps propel economic growth.
Shocking.
Extremely or surprisingly bad, or causing a strong emotional response such as surprise or disgust.
Examples:
Shocking response. Shocking revelation. The news of the accident was shocking and left many in shock.
Obsess.
To fill the mind of someone continually so that one can't think of anything else.
Examples:
Obsess over her weight. He is obsessed with the fear. He's utterly obsessed with his promotion.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
Back fin. A fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Significance.
The importance or value attached to something. The quality of being significant or noteworthy.
Examples.
Significance level. Mystical significance. The significance of his discovery cannot be overstated.
Inquest.
A legal inquiry or investigation into the cause and circumstances of a death, particularly one that may have been caused by criminal activity.
Examples.
Coroner inquest. Hold an inquest. The police have launched an inquest into the cause of the fatal accident.
Jury.
A group of people called upon to render a verdict or judgment in a legal trial. A group of people chosen for a special purpose or task.
Examples.
Jury verdict. Jury duty. The judge instructed the jury on the law and the evidence presented in the trial.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples.
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Unlawful.
Not conforming to or permitted by law, illegal.
Examples.
Unlawful detention. Unlawful entry. It is unlawful to park your car in front of a fire hydrant.
Refugee.
A displaced person who has crossed national borders and who cannot or is unwilling to return home due to political, religious, or economic reasons or because of a war.
Examples.
Global refugee crisis. The refugee camp. The community warmly welcomed the refugees.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples.
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Asylum.
Protection granted to someone who has left their home country as a political refugee.
Examples.
Grant asylum. Asylum law. The refugees sought asylum in the neighboring country.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples.
Flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Explanation.
The information or arguments that someone provides to make something understandable or clear.
Examples.
The explanation for the failure. Detailed explanation. The following explanation is currently being used to explain the phenomenon in question.
Unwell.
Not in good health, feeling ill or sick.
Examples:
Unwell condition. Feel generally unwell. His unwell symptoms included nausea and a headache.
Transfer.
To move, pass, or change from one person, place, or situation to another.
Examples:
Transfer a file. Transfer power. She transferred the money from her savings account to her checking account.
Pronounced.
Clearly and distinctly expressed or noticeable, emphasized.
Examples:
Clearly pronounced utterances. Pronounced difference. The chef's herbs and spices gave the dish a pronounced flavor.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Security.
The state of being free from danger, risk, or harm, measures taken to protect against threats or attacks, a financial asset, such as a stock or bond that derives value exclusively from the ownership interest or claim to a particular underlying asset or obligation.
Examples:
National security. Security analyst. The building's security system includes cameras, alarms, and security guards.
Restrain.
To prevent or hold back from doing something, often by physical or moral force, to limit or restrict one's actions or behavior, to control or moderate strong emotions or impulses.
Examples:
Restrain from violence. Restrain a child. The police had to restrain the suspect after he became violent during the arrest.
Resist.
To refuse to accept something and attempt to prevent it from happening.
Examples:
Resist temptation. Resist being kissed. I chose to resist cancer by trying every possible treatment.
Deport.
To force someone to leave a country, typically on the grounds of illegal status or for having committed a crime.
Examples:
Deport a refugee. Deport dissidents from the party. The government has decided to deport illegal immigrants back to their home countries.
Detain.
To keep someone in official custody, to prevent them from leaving.
Examples:
Detain a terrorist. Detain for investigation. The police detained the suspect for questioning.
Posit.
To suggest or accept something as fact or as a basis for argument or consideration.
Examples:
Posit the existence of life after death. Posit the premise. We should posit several hypotheses to discuss the matter.
Asphyxiate.
To make someone unable to breathe, usually resulting in unconscious or death.
Examples:
asphyxiate him to death. Asphyxiate rival companies. 3 people were asphyxiated in the crowd crush of the demo.
Suffocate.
To die or cause someone to die from lack of air or inability to breathe. To be overwhelmed or constricted by a feeling or situation, such as anxiety or oppression.
Examples:
suffocate to death. Suffocate fire. People can suffocate from a lack of oxygen in confined spaces.
Killing.
The act of causing death, a sudden and intense force or effect that causes significant damage or destruction. A situation where someone is making a substantial amount of money or experiencing significant financial success.
Examples:
killing spree. Profit killing. The killing of unarmed civilians is considered a war crime.
Profess.
To declare openly, often publicly or formally, that one has a particular skill, belief, or feeling, to admit or affirm.
Examples:
profess innocence. Profess law. He professes his love for her every day, showering her with gifts and affection.
Frown.
To make an angry or severe expression by bringing your eyebrows together to indicate disapproval, displeasure, or concentration.
Examples:
people with frown faces. A worried frown. Thinking always made him frown.
Speculate.
To form a theory or conjecture or guess about a subject without solid evidence.
Examples:
speculate about the reason. Speculate on the outcome. He speculated that this investment would lead to success.
Tweet.
A short, high sound made by a small bird, a message sent using Twitter, the social media application.
Examples:
a chick's tweet. His latest tweets. We could hear the tweet of baby birds.
Chain.
A series of connected links or objects, a system or group of interconnected elements, a restraint or shackle.
Examples:
chain reaction. Supply chain. The chain on my bike broke, leaving me stranded.
Fascinating.
Extremely interesting.
Examples:
fascinating story. Completely fascinating to me. The museum houses a fascinating collection of Celtic artifacts.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
Environmental determinant. A determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Uncanny.
Strange or mysterious, often in a way that is unsettling.
Examples:
In an uncanny manner. Uncanny resemblance. She has an uncanny sense of who is telling a lie.
Intention.
Something you want to do and are going to do.
Examples:
Intention behind his decision. Clear intention. Our CEO's intentions are always transparent and straightforward.
Destination.
The place to which someone or something is going or being sent, the ultimate purpose or goal of a journey or action.
Examples:
Travel destination. Romantic destinations. I am excited to reach my destination and explore the new city finally.
Beg.
To ask for something urgently or earnestly, to appeal to someone to do something.
Examples:
Beg the question. Beg for help. She begged her parents to let her go to the concert.
Guilty.
Feeling responsible for or having done something wrong or criminal.
Examples:
Feel a bit guilty. Guilty verdict. After much contemplation, the suspect decided to plead guilty to the theft charge.
Laptop.
A portable computer that is small enough to be carried around easily and used on your lap.
Examples:
Bring my laptop. Thin and light laptop. I need to finish this report by tonight, so I'll be working on my laptop all day.
Bearing.
The way in which one comports oneself, a posture or stance, especially one indicative of confidence or authority, the horizontal direction or position of a place, object, or person relative to another.
Examples:
A thrust bearing. A military bearing. The pilot had to adjust the plane's bearing to stay on course.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Holler.
To shout or call out loudly and forcefully, often to get someone's attention or convey a message.
Examples:
Holler out his frustration. Holler for help. The kids love to holler at the echoing mountains during our summer trips.
Disappear.
To cease to exist or be visible.
Examples:
Disappear without a trace. Disappear after a week. They watched the train disappear into the distance.
Bother.
To disturb, annoy, or cause inconvenience or worry to someone. To take the trouble or effort to do something.
Examples:
Bother the neighbors. Bother with details. Please don't bother me while I'm trying to concentrate.
Scared.
Afraid or frightened.
Examples:
Scared all the time. Scared dog. I'm scared of insects.
Excessive.
Greater than what seems necessary, normal, or desirable.
Examples:
An excessive force. Take excessive care. It would be best if you did not demand such an excessive charge.
Interpretation.
An explanation or opinion of something, especially that is not immediately obvious.
Examples:
The interpretation of history. Open to interpretation. His interpretations of literary works are often unique.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Dimension.
A measurable extent of a particular kind, such as width, height, or length.
Examples:
New dimension. The crosswise dimension. Overall dimensions are approximately 400 by 200 millimeters.
Verification.
The process of confirming the accuracy or truth of something, usually through investigation or experimentation, the act of validating or authenticating something.
Examples:
Verification of the accuracy. Identity verification. The verification process for the new job is taking longer than expected.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Physically.
In a way related to a person's body or appearance rather than their mind.
Examples:
Physically and mentally. Stay physically fit. Having a physically healthy physique is essential for a great life.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Consistent.
Always behaving or happening in the same way, or having the same thoughts, standards, etc.
Examples:
Do on a consistent basis. Get consistent results. You are not consistent in your behavior.
Victim.
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples:
Victim support. Victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.
Hoax.
A deliberately fabricated deception, often intended to trick or mislead people into believing something that is not true, a practical joke or prank.
Examples:
Suspect a hoax. Hoax email. The newspaper article was revealed to be a hoax.
Deliberate.
Done with full consciousness of nature and effects rather than by accident.
Examples:
The deliberate act of provocation. Deliberate attempt. Despite its advanced science and technology, the empire was deliberate about invasion.
Misinformation.
Information that is false or inaccurate, or the act of giving wrong information, especially deliberately.
Examples:
Misinformation about a vaccine. Combat misinformation on social media. The government called for caution against pseudoscientific misinformation about vaccines.
Domain.
A specific sphere of influence or control, a specific field of knowledge or expertise.
Examples:
Domain of use. A dependent domain. The company's domain in the market was expanding to new territories.
Deny.
To state that one refuses to admit the existence or truth of something.
Examples:
Adamantly deny killing. Deny the allegations. He is still denying stealing the money from the cash register.
Ferry.
A boat or ship used to transport people, vehicles, or goods across a body of water, especially on a regular schedule.
Examples:
Ferry service. Ferry terminal. The ferry across the river offers a convenient transportation option for commuters.
Smartphone.
A mobile phone that functions as a computer and connects to the internet.
Examples:
Smartphone app developer. Smartphone addict. Internet traffic volumes have increased significantly with the advent of smartphones.
Earthquake.
A sudden and violent shaking of the ground caused by the movement of rock beneath the Earth's surface.
Examples:
An earthquake zone. An earthquake-proof. The violent earthquake caused widespread damage and injuries throughout the region.
Tsunami.
A huge ocean wave caused by an earthquake, volcano, or other disturbance.
Examples:
Tsunami warning. Tsunami relief. The earthquake tsunami caused widespread destruction along the coast.
Cast.
To cause light or shadow to appear on a surface, to assing or choose someone such as an actor or representative, especially by selection process.
Examples:
Cast a ballot. Cast a charming eye. This accident cast a dark shadow over their lives.
Inland.
Situated or located away from the coast or a body of water. Adverb, towards or into the interior of a region.
Examples:
Inland transportation. Move further inland. Lush green forests surrounded the small inland village.
Lift.
To raise something to a higher position or level, to pick up something or somebody and move them to a different position.
Examples:
Lift sagging skin. Lift a ban on alcohol. The drought lifted the prices of grain globally.
Instantly.
Immediately.
Examples:
Instantly cope with. Be killed instantly. I remembered that person instantly and never forgot.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Overcome.
To succeed in controlling or dealing with something, such as a problem or difficulty, to defeat or overwhelm someone.
Examples:
Overcome opponents. Overcome all difficulties. He tried to overcome a bad reputation and win the election.
Repress.
To restrain or control by force, to suppress feelings or memories.
Examples:
Cannot repress laughter. Repress gene expression. He repressed the memories of his traumatic childhood.
Restriction.
A limitation or constraint placed on something, or the act of limiting or constraining something.
Examples:
Nutritional restriction. Restriction on trade. The restriction on travel during the pandemic made it difficult for people to see their loved ones.
Regime.
The organization, a system, or method that is the governing authority of a political unit.
Examples:
A puppet regime. Exercise regime. Totalitarian regimes are less likely to innovate because they deprive individuals of economic incentives.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Verify.
To check that something exists or is true, or to prove that something is correct.
Examples:
Verify a document. Verify identity. We always verify all critical information independently.
Potentially.
In a possible state or condition, possibly.
Examples:
Potentially affected. Potentially lucrative. The organization assisted in the de-escalation of potentially violent situations.
Layer.
A sheet, quantity, or thickness of the material, typically one of several, covering a surface or body, a level or part within a system or set of ideas.
Examples:
Layer cake. Layer of paint. The layer of frost on the ground was so thick it was difficult to walk on.
Accountability.
The state of being responsible for one's actions or decisions, the obligation to explain, justify, or take ownership of one's actions or their consequences, the expectation of being answerable and liable for the outcomes of one's behavior or performance.
Examples:
Government accountability. Individual accountability. Activists questioned the company's accountability for the environmental impact of its operations.
Apparently.
Based on what you have heard or read.
Examples:
Apparently simple. Apparently unrelated. The police apparently believed this explanation was plausible.
Unarmed.
Without weapons or arms, not carrying any form of weapon or ammunition, or engaging in physical conflict with weapons.
Examples:
Unarmed combat. Unarmed robbery. The unarmed protesters marched peacefully through the streets.
Mist.
A cloud of very small drops of water collecting in the air, just above the ground or water.
Examples:
Mist in the morning. Fine mist. The sun has risen, and the mist has faded.
Insert.
To put something inside something else.
Examples:
Insert coin. Insert a graphic. She inserted a new chapter into her manuscript.
Conclude.
To come to an end or close, to reach a judgment or opinion by reasoning.
Examples:
Conclude a meeting. Conclude that he is healthy. We concluded a ceasefire.
Theme.
A subject or topic of discourse or artistic representation.
Examples:
Theme park. Central theme. The theme of the novel is the corrupting influence of power.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Broaden.
To make or become wider or more extensive, to make or become more tolerant or liberal.
Examples:
Broaden students' knowledge. Broaden their horizon. The company broadened its product line to include more customer options.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Obtain.
To get something, especially by making a great effort.
Examples:
Obtain a license. Obtain a bid. Where can I obtain the application form?
Argument.
A set of statements or reasons used to support or refute a proposition or theory, a verbal or physical fight or dispute.
Examples:
A blazing argument. The argument against capital punishment. The argument between the two sides over the proposed policy was heated.
Problematic.
Full of difficulties, difficult to deal with or solve.
Examples:
A problematic situation. Seems to be highly problematic. Direct democracy is effective in quickly resolving problematic situations within a community.
Disturb.
To interrupt someone who is trying to work, sleep, etc.
Examples:
Disturb the peace. Disturb his sleep. Tourists frequently disturb the island's delicate natural balance.
Injustice.
A violation of the rights of others or the laws of a society.
Examples:
Gross injustice. Injustice system. The injustice of the court's decision angered many people and led to protests.
Wit.
The ability to say or write things or ideas in a clever and humorous way.
Examples:
The wit of man. Full of wit. He has the wit to keep talking about this topic.